Went to an outside, not outside, like a kind of like a, what do you call them, outside mall kind of thing, kind of like a flea market, but not really. They had a couple records. These were cool, and I had to pick them up because I don't see 10 inches a lot. This is a band. It's called New Music, Straight Lines, and I think this is more of like a rock alternative band from the 80s, 1980. It's on New Disc, but it's pretty cool. It comes with like an insert, and the records, I think just regular black vinyl. That's the label. But yeah, it's just black, I think. But this one isn't the cool one. The best one that I got, well, I'm going to show you the next one. The next one is, and this is on New Disc too, just like the last one, the Continentals, Modern Rock. Really cool looking. I got these for 50 cents a piece, so it was pretty cool to get them for cheap. You know, if they would have been $3 or something, I might have passed on them. But for 50 cents, I don't have many 10 inches, so it was nice to get them. You know, get a little 10-inch collection going, which I only have like 3, so as it is. But this one was really cool, and for 50 cents, I couldn't pass it. The Clash. This is a good one, and it's on Epic. Also from that New Disc, which I'm not really familiar with. But this has an insert, I think. Okay, maybe not. This one might not have an insert. No, this one doesn't have an insert, but it's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs on it. So, and it's not super rare, but it is like a $10, disc, and it's the Clash, man. The fucking Clash, punk rock, baby. So that was cool. This is just a cheesy pickup. Let me know. I never heard this. This is Good Rats from Rats to Riches. I know I've seen this before, but I've never actually listened to it. It was kind of just like a cheap quarter pickup, and I figured why not? It's in good shape. Let me bring it home and check it out. It looks like something's going to end up in my, like, not-so-great piles, but, I'll keep it and maybe listen to it. This one is actually pretty cool. This is 1976 classic rock, and this is the Agent Anthology, greatest hits. And if you're not familiar with the Agent Anthology, what it is in the guy from the Zombies. I think it's Russell Ballard. One of the guys from the Zombies. I'm not sure of his name now. I can't think of his frickin' name, but you guys might know. Made this band after he was in the Zombies, and this is his album. It's a greatest hits compilation. Now, I never really see their stuff anywhere, so I kind of just picked this up to kind of get a feel of what it sounds like. Like, I'm a big Zombies fan, but I'm not so sure I'm going to dig the whole classic rock Zombies as much as I dig the old school. So basically, the leader of the Zombies or whatever went on to make a group, and this is the group, and, it's from 76, I think I said, 74. So that's not bad. And it was a cheap pickup. It was just, I heard about the Zombies on the back, and I was like, I kind of got to pick it up. I don't pick this band up a lot, but after I just did, this is my, response to Miko about, like, music that we grew up with. I seen this, and this is one that I never had. This is from 1974, labeled as Psych Experimental because these guys became a little more Psych Experimental in their later days. Obviously, this is the Beach Boys, and it's 2 of their records in one set. It's Wild Honey, which was released in '67, and 2020, which was released in '69. It's a nice gatefold, really nice, double LP. And like I said, it's 2 Beach Boys records that I just never owned. And I think I really like the cover with the girl standing up there against a palm tree. Really nice. So I picked that up. This one is a 1968 classic rock of a band that I'm not too familiar with, Orpheus. The name of the album is Ascending. Just really thought that cover was cool, and it looked like something I would probably dig, so I had to pick it up. Plus, it wasn't too expensive. It was fairly cheap, and it looks somewhat psychedelic, and I'm into that psychedelic stuff. It's labeled as classic rock, but I have a feeling there is a touch of psychedelia in here, and that's something I'm always looking for, so that was a pretty cool pickup. Next one, and I don't have these separated in genre. I did not do that because I'm kind of involved in this game, really, but I want to get this showing done. This is from 1969. This is free jazz, soul, post-bop jazz. This is on Atlantic, and this is Les McCann and Eddie Harris. This is recorded live at the Monterey Jazz Festival in Switzerland. Pretty good LP. I've seen this one a couple other places. Depends on the shape of it, on the price. This one's in pretty damn good shape, so I picked it up, and it's on the normal Atlantic label. But, you know, I've been trying to pick up some jazz lately, feel my way around jazz, try to kind of figure out where I stand in jazz. So I picked that up. Next one, this is a good blues pickup. I've seen this one a lot out at shops. Never really see it for a good enough price, though. So I seen it today, and it was perfect price. I mean, really, it was cheap enough for me for a double LP of John Lee Hooker, Johnny Lee. And this is just like a compilation. This is a Cornerstone Collection, double LP. I'll show you one of the LPs. This is the label. Pretty nice. What will happen when they turn around and go the other way? They'll be going Riverside. Pretty nice. And I don't have much John Lee Hooker on vinyl at all. And you know, I'm a big blues fan. Love my blues, so I had to get it. Picked up another Miles Davis record. This is one I'm not familiar with. This is Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn. This is just one I'm not familiar with, and I'm really picking up every Davis thing I see. Anything I see Davis, I'm not going to... It's on Columbia, red Columbia. It's in really good shape. It's got the original inner sleeve there. Fairly cheap, and I'm not going to talk too much about it. I have not listened to it yet, although we all know Miles Davis, and most of Miles Davis stuff is pretty good. Here's another record, and I showed some in my last finds video of Bernard Herrmann. Some of his science fiction, horror movie, you know, orchestral stuff that he does. This was the one that I had on hold, and this is another Phase 4 stereo copy, which is really cool. And this is one that I left behind, but this is one of the more popular ones, and it's on that nice London Phase 4 vinyl. And this is Bernard Herrmann conducting the National Philharmonic Orchestra. What do we got here? Journey to the Center of the Universe, or the Center of the Earth is on here. Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Fahrenheit 451, and The Day the Earth Stood Still. So a lot of these records I'm picking up from Bernard Herrmann repeat themselves and have some of the same stuff on. But like I said, I really just want to collect this guy's stuff because I dig his stuff and I really love the artwork of the records. And I love sci-fi and horror stuff, and I kind of collect that. And anything that I collect, I always end up collecting science fiction and horror stuff, especially with records. Here we go. This one I got recommended by this guy I go to at another Inside Mall that I go to almost every Sunday. This is Time Wind by Klaus Schultz. And love this cover. Take a look at this cover. Look at how wicked that looks. And he said this is basically like electronic ambient music from 1975. Trade Wind is the name of the record. He has a couple more of these that he didn't want to part with in his own personal collection. He said he had doubles of this one, so that's why it was there. And it's on this Brian label, or Brain. Sorry, Brain. And it's definitely a European, maybe German, I think, German pressing. Yes, made in Germany. There's the back of it. Just got like a schematic there in the back, and then some of the other records by this guy. And he said basically the music reminds you like the cover, which is good because the cover is really psychedelic. Looks like it's going to be a really good listen, so I'm really, really looking forward to checking that out. Next one, this is one that I kind of blind buy picked up because of the story on the back. This is some 1965 jazz soul bop. I'm going to read a little bit here from the back. This is Gene Ammons, Angel Eyes. Now, I mean, like, I'm familiar with Angel Eyes, I believe, and I'm familiar with a couple other things. Obviously, it's jazz. He was convicted and sent to federal prison in Illinois not too long ago for possession. Well, obviously long ago because this record's from fucking, you know, back in the day, but possession of narcotics, and so it is not likely that you will be hearing from him anytime soon. The tragedy most importantly belongs to Ammons, but it is one which claims anybody who believes that we can afford to lose even one good musician to ignorance, paranoia, apathy, and liquor lobbies. So I don't know. Obviously, he was charged and sent to prison with possession of narcotics. But this is his album Angel Eyes, and this is in really good shape. And it's on Prestige. And this was just an amazing find, I think. I mean, personally, I think this was a really good find, and I got it for really cheap. So I was happy about that. Next one, and this album is amazing. This is one of the albums I actually got a chance to listen to this week. And this is 1968 Garage Psych rock. Great record. I always had 45s by these guys, but never actually had an LP. And when I seen it, I just couldn't grab it fast enough. Obviously on Fantana or Fantana, whatever you want to call it. This is Love Is All Around by the Trogs. And I'm telling you, the Trogs are one of those bands that, like, I've been listening to since I was a kid on 45s. But like I said, never owned an LP. And I don't even see their LPs at all, much less ever be able to pick any of them up. Maybe it shows, but never at my shop. And this one came in a new arrivals bin. Had to grab it. And it ended up being one hell of an amazing album. I mean, really, this is from front to back. Just killer garage psych stuff. Maybe not heavy on the psych. Well, you know, garage psych, basically. But really good stuff. And look at that cover. Just an amazing cover. And just an amazing band. If you know, the Trogs are somebody you definitely want to get into if you're into garage rock, you're into psych, old 60s stuff. You know, that is where it's at. Hands down, greatest record I think I picked up this week that I've listened to. Next one, I did pick up one record store day thing because I was opening up my reissue of Velvet Underground Loaded. And it was sitting on my shelf for 4 months. And at the time I bought 4 reissues. I bought Loaded, I bought Velvet Underground with Lou Reed, I bought the Nico with the banana one, I bought this one, the banana with Nico one, and which other one? And this one, the self-titled. Those are all reissues. I bought them all at the same time, along with Loaded. I opened Loaded, and it was warped. I put it on the thing, it didn't play right, so I brought it back, and they gave me $11 credit, and I figured with the credit, fuck it, I'll buy something record store day. I wasn't going to buy nothing record store day, but I did it. And I figured it would be fitting to get something by the Velvet Underground, considering I gave something of Velvet Underground, so I got something of Velvet Underground. So this is obviously their acetate cut from April 25th, 1966 of, you know, the Skeptor Studio Sessions. I've been hearing a lot about this. It wasn't at my shop for a while, and they got some new copies in. So I grabbed it, and I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't even opened it. I think it's just on regular black vinyl. The kick is partially tipped. Across the 40, it dribbles down to the 30. So that's that. I will probably talk about that in my next video. Next one. This is a pretty good record. I got some questions about it. Maybe some of you guys can help me out. 1967 Garage Psych, obviously. The Electric Prunes Underground record. Now, when I bought it, it was labeled as an import, okay? And I know they did a lot of reissues of this record. So I was thinking, after I pulled it out and looked at the vinyl, I was like, okay, well, this is definitely a reissue because it looks like it could be a reissue. But now doing some further research, this is the label. Now, I know they use this reprise label for reissues, but it actually does look like an older reprise label. It doesn't look like it's a newer reissue label. And I think it's an import from Germany. And what really made me think that it might be an original pressing from Germany and just an import is the price tag that's on the top here. So maybe if you're from Germany, you can let me know how old that price tag is. You know, let me know how old in your country is that. Like, is that a recent kind of price tag, or is that from back in the 70s? Obviously, this was a 70s record, I think. What did I say? Forget what I said. But yeah, just let me know if what do you think about this? Do you think it's a reissue? If it is a reissue, do you think it's an imported reissue? It's obviously an import. It wouldn't have that price tag on it if it wasn't at some point in time in another country. But I'm just not sure if it's like an 80s reissue, because it could be just like an 80s reissue, which I don't care. It looks like it's a pretty fairly good pressing, and Reprise, you know, does good records and stuff, so. But I'm just happy to get it, because I really like the Electric Prunes. I only have one other of their records. Both of their shit so far I have is both reissues. Unless this isn't a reissue, it might be an original. But it wasn't super expensive, so that's what makes me wonder. It was only like $8. The next couple records were all like, well, I have a few more at the end that are better, but just some new wave stuff in dollar bins that I've been finding around. This is Luba. This is from 1984, new wave pop. This is on Capitol. Have not listened to most of this yet. This record, Steve Winwood. What is this? Steve Winwood, Arse of a Diver. Arc of a Diver. Never seen that Winwood album, so I just grabbed it. It was like 50 cents or a buck. This one, this is some 1976 jazz, electronic, art, prog, a little experimental. And I've seen someone in the VC show this. This is Patrick Moran's. And, you know, I kind of have seen people show that once or twice, so I wanted to grab it, find out what it's about. This is Renaissance Camera, new wave pop, 1981. This is on the IRS label, which I always love picking stuff up from. Usually, if I see the IRS label, I will grab stuff. And obviously, there's the IRS symbol. Usually, a lot of older, like new wave, some punk stuff was on IRS. Here's one I'm confused about, and you 80s guys, let me know. This is Bruce Woolley and the Camera Club, obviously 1979. Now, I was under the influence that the Bugles did the song Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, did this guy just redo it, or is he from the Bugles, or what? Because that song is on here, and this is from 79. Or did the Bugles redo this song from him? So let me know. Was he the original Video Killed the Radio Star, or was the Bugles? Or some way these two bands related? I don't know. Let me know. Oh, here we go. Just, you guys got to stick around, man. There's something coming up really good. I don't even want to show you. It's amazing. Okay, first album of Frigid Pink, blues rock. Want to show you the label because this is a promo copy. As you can see, the sticker up here, promotional. This is on the London, I think it's the London Parrot label, something like that. This is their first album, Frigid Pink, defrosted. Like I said, blues rock. I just really like the label on it. I kind of wanted to show you. I made a point. I like it. So, we just got an interception. I'm happy. Hell yeah. Brandon Carr interception. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you something right now. The Cowboys, rest in peace, only the one guy who died. I don't want to get into it because I know you guys ain't football fans. Maybe Laz, I know you like it, but... next one, this is some 1968 folk rock. I did not enjoy this album at all. Maybe somebody in the VC might want it. This is the incredible string band, the Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. Now, don't get me wrong, I have some incredible string band stuff and I liked it. This I just didn't like. There was too much God bothery type stuff in here. Just wasn't digging it. I honestly just thought it was really blah. And don't get me wrong, some folk music I can dig, but I think folk's one of those type of things that I'm just kind of iffy about. It's got to be really good folk for me to like it. But let's get to this next record. And you guys can see it. This here, it was recorded, it was released a month after the Gold Rush was released. 1971, recorded at Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in Los Angeles. Now, a lot of people have seen this, but this is the original bootleg Neil Young live at Sugar Mountain, February 1st, 1971. What a hell of a record to get my hands on. I don't have anything except for I have After the Gold Rush, and I have, I think, one other Neil Young record. But I've seen video from him live, I think this actual concert, and he just talks in between them. It's very sought after by Neil Young fans. This thing cost me $3. I was so happy to get this. And obviously the label is the Young label. It needs a little cleaning. It does need a little cleaning. It's not scratched up, though. I will say right now by looking at it, there is no scratches. Once I clean this, it is going to look literally like brand new. It's almost mint. I mean, it's very, very, very good shape vinyl. And I'm just so happy to get this because this is like history. And I've heard things about this concert. I've done some research on it. And just listening to some people talk about this, this is like Neil Young history. And I'm so happy to have found it and got it for really cheap. The next two are replacement copies for records that I already have. If you watched my video of the stuff I listened to, the firsts, this is one of the first records I ever had. My aunt wrote on it, and I've been meaning to get a copy of it for a really long time. Obviously, Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper, and this is like a mint condition, beautiful copy of it. It's a lot better than my old one, and I think the vinyl's in pretty good shape as well. So this is going to go right into my Alice Cooper collection. The other one's going to get pulled out and put with the records that my aunt gave me. The next one is Generation X. Obviously, they're self-titled. I love this record, and mine has a big sticker from Harry's, I forget, the big-ass store in Ohio. I think it's Ohio or it's Pittsburgh. It has a big sticker from his record shop on it. So this one's a mint condition, beautiful copy, and I got it for $1, so I was happy with that. This was a good find, and this was for $2. I seen this record for, I think, $15 at my local shop, and I almost bought it, but I passed on it. Luckily, I did, because I just found it for, I think it was $2 or $3, and that is the Clash Sandista, 1980 on Epic. This is a 3-record set, and it's in beautiful condition. It comes with obviously the 3 records, and I'll show you the label on that soon. And it also comes with, I believe, what looks to be a big poster with lyrics and.
That should not obscure the importance of the car interception, as DeMarcus Ware reminds us. There's a lot of ways to make an impact on the game.
Just on the regular Epic. Next one, and I think this one's pretty cool. The reason why, it was 1979 New Wave. It's on Harvest. Now, the movie, what is it? The one with Johnny Five. Johnny Five, no surrender, no disassemble. You know what I'm talking about, Johnny Five? 80s movie. He's on the fucking front of this. That's Johnny Five, kinda. It's pretty damn close to Johnny Five. And this came out in '79, and I know that movie didn't come out in 1979. That movie came out in the '80s. So I'm thinking the people who made that movie probably got the idea for Johnny Five from this cover. But that's kind of why I picked it up. That and it's 79 New Wave, which is like right around the time when I think New Wave and Punk were like the greatest, around 79 and 80. So I had to grab it. And it was super like, it was like 50 cents. So that was a good find. Another one, this is another, this is 86, kind of poppy, New Wave-ish, Bricklin, Brian Bricklin, Scott Bricklin, Brian and Scott Bricklin's band. Don't know much about it. I just know it's new wave, pop, punk, or not punk, pop, rock. Have not listened to it yet, but it was a cheap pickup, and I know it's semi-hard to find this record, from what I've heard. This was a good find for $1. This is on Stiff Records, and anything on Stiff I'm going to pick up. And it's a gold label promo, which is another cool thing about it. And I don't know much about this Reckless Eric, although I have been doing some research. This is Reckless Eric's, I think, third record, called The Big Smash. Like I said, it's a gold stamp promo on Stiff Records, which is awesome, because anything on Stiff I'm grabbing, because that's like my type of shit. And it is a promo. It's got promo stuff in it. It's got all the promo stuff in it. It's got the little booklet about Reckless Eric, which I've been trying to read a little bit of. But he's definitely, new wave punkish type stuff. Really nice. And it's on a white, Stiff, Epic label, which is really, really nice too. 6-7 feet, leans the ball with both hands over, breaks the plane of that goal line. So that looks nice, right? Double LP. So, like, I'm excited. The Clash, the Reckless Eric, all the good Psych stuff, a couple jazz pickups, and then another Bernard Herrmann record, which I'm almost to the point where I'm getting almost every one he ever made. But this is some crazy witch girl. Oh no, it's not. It's Psycho. It's Norman Bates from Psycho with the knife on the front, and I've been looking for this one because this is the one I really wanted. And it's got Psycho on it. It's got Citizen Kane, Vertigo, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad's on here too. The Devil of Daniel Webster, Psycho's on here. Jason and the Argonauts, The Three Worlds of Gulliver, Citizen Kane, Snows of Kilimanjaro, North by Northwest, Mysterious Island. This is a really good one. So, and this was $1. Super, super happy on that one. And then I also picked up this tape, Motley Crue, Generation Swine. I've never heard this tape. At the time, I just wasn't listening to Motley Crue. That's basically what it comes down to. I just wasn't listening to Motley Crue at the time. I'm trying to look around because I have two other things I want to show you really quick. Two other things, not so important, but I'm going to show them anyway just so I can get out of the way everything I found. I also picked these up for $1 a piece. Madonna's La Elsa, whatever the fuck, 45, sleeved, which I always pick up sleeve stuff so I see it. And then I think another copy, I might already have this, a Fat Boys Wipeout. So that'll be thrown in some BCLT sometime or something. But that's it, guys, for this week. Another 30-minute crazy video. I think Dallas is winning, so that's a good thing for me. Just hope we keep on winning, and rest in peace, to the players involved in the car crash over the weekend. They shouldn't have been drinking and driving, bottom line, but shit happens, I guess. And that's about it. I will see you guys next Sunday.
Leonard, and Spencer is waiting for him at the 21.